Hey everyone, this is David B. with another story to help you practice your English listening. It's a rainy October evening here and it really has that autumn feeling, so I thought I would tell a story related to this season. And that story is about the Haunted Hayride. The Haunted Hayride was an activity in my town, which I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania. And this would have been probably the time that I was maybe 8 years old to 13 years old. So late 1990s, early 2000s. And what it was you would go to a local park in the evening. I think it was probably done on Friday nights and Saturday nights. And you would buy a ticket. And when it was your turn, you would get onto a hay wagon. Now, let me explain because some of you might not live in farmland areas, but farmers grow hay so they can feed their cows and other animals. And they have these big wagons that when they make the hay bales, they put them on these wagons to transport them. And they pull the wagons using a tractor. For this haunted hayride, what they do is they take these hay wagons and they put hay in them for people to sit on, and then the tractor pulls them. And in this case, it was done at night, and the tractor would pull you through the forest, and you would stop every short distance, and there were actors from different local organizations, like high school clubs or other organizations, who would put on a skit, meaning they would act out something, usually trying to scare you. So an example might be the tractor would stop and shut off, so it would be silent. And there might be two people pretending they were camping, and they'd have some dialogue, and then they would hear a noise and be like, "What's that?" And then a guy would jump out with a chainsaw and chase them or scare them. Just stuff like that was meant to be scary, but was kind of funny at the same time. But you can imagine going to this event as a kid, and it was just so fun because the time of year it was October, so early autumn, and the nights are beginning to feel cool. You have the leaves are starting to change and fall. There's just that smell of autumn, and there was also food. You could buy French fries, so there was the smell of fried food and the smell of the exhaust from the tractors. And it may not sound like a big thing, but just all these little things are what you remember when you think of some of these childhood experiences. But it was just such a fun thing to do as a kid. It was like, oh, we're going to the haunted hayride. And, it'd be getting dark out and just the anticipation of it. And then you're on the hayride and you're getting pulled by this tractor through the dark, and you know that you're safe, that none of the people are actually going to hurt you, but at the same time, it's just a really exciting thing to be watching, and just one of the things that makes the Halloween season so much fun. And I hope to make some more YouTube videos over the next few weeks talking about the American culture around the Halloween holiday and this whole time of year, because there's really a lot of great things, from drinking apple cider to going to corn mazes and hay rides, and then of course trick-or-treating on Halloween night and dressing up in costumes. So there's a lot to talk about, and I have a lot of really good childhood memories from this season. This is David B. Thanks for watching.